Are we prepared for the changes that advance exponentially in society today? The great Jewish scholar, his name was Khatam Sofer, following a ruling of the Talmud about something else, stated, Chadash Asur Min Torah. The new is forbidden according to the Torah, according to our tradition. Of course, that was not the intent of that saying in the Talmud, but he applied it to modern life. And we see that some very religious, ultra-religious, do not allow TV in their homes. Why? Because they feel that the sex that you see, the half-naked women, that's not what we should be consuming with our eyes. They don't want access to the internet, especially to the young people, because of the many things that circulate in the internet. Many religions consider that new things, changes, and advances in technologies are indeed harmful to the faith. The Amish in the United States consider that technological advances are really the product of the devil and therefore dress the same way as centuries ago. They don't use a car. They build their houses with ancient methods. They don't use planes. They use a carriage, with horse-driven carriage. If God wanted us to fly, they say, we would have been created with wings, and we are not. On the other hand, in the Orthodox Jewish world, I don't think that I find such a resistance to technological progress. I don't know of anybody who refuses to get on a plane because of that reason, but nevertheless, there is a certain resistance to advances. And I think it all depends on how we use these changes and advances. You know, in the past, it was unrealistic to assume that a person would know all the texts by heart, the numerous books in his memory. It's impossible, except for a few unusually gifted individuals. But today, these texts are available to everyone. You can cross-check. You can do so many things with the advent of the internet. But on the other hand, we also know that the internet has allowed a very rapid promotion of hatred, false rumors, etc. The internet is positive, but is negative as well. Or maybe, these things are really neutral. It depends upon the usage that man gives it. There's something else also. There's a question, I think, of timing. Some interpreters of the Torah say the following. If God did not want Adam and Eve to eat of the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, why did he place that tree in the Garden of Eden? He shouldn't have done it. So they say, no. God intended for man to eat of that fruit, except that man wasn't ready yet. It wasn't the time to do it. In other words, there's a difference. Some things may be good or bad, depends also on the timing of it. Bathsheba was the woman that David craved, but unfortunately he craved at the wrong time. He craved while her husband was still alive. Eventually she probably would have been with him, but he did not use the appropriate moment in order to take this woman to be his own. The question today is, are we prepared for the changes that advance exponentially in society today? In the case of the phone, for instance, you know that the phone is really a portable computer that you have in your hand. It's great because you're far away from home. You have a problem, you can get in touch with somebody. You can ask for help with a friend. There's so many things that you can find. You can buy things with that phone. Members of my family say they don't need anything else. The phone is the most important thing. They've become dependent on the phone. And we see how young people are really glued to those instruments. They don't speak socially. Walk into a restaurant, and many a time to a doctor's office waiting room, and you will find people, everybody sitting by themselves, everybody with a screen in front of him and looking at the screen instead of speaking to other people. our young people are socially underdeveloped because of the phone. So what do we have to do? I think we need a greater grip on ethics and morality. We have to teach our children some basic fundamental laws about humanity in order to prepare them to use positively the advances of technology without them falling prey, their spiritual integrity be challenged by it. So, like everything in this world, they have good things and they have negative aspects. They're positive, they're used for building, and they're used also for destruction. So I don't think that we can fight modernity, but we have to adapt ourselves. We have to prepare ourselves in order to be able to use it. We have to be more mature and, above all, morally and ethically solid before we use it.